My first memories are loving mathematics, loving geometric puzzles, trying to solve little structures. And there is a nice anecdote from my kindergarten times in Germany where apparently I nicked from the school children the math problems, and the kids were happy with it, but the adults weren't, and they were eventually giving me grief over it. In my teen years, I was for a very short period of time thinking of perhaps studying medicine or something else, and then my heart won with a vengeance, and I went and studied math, and I don't regret it ever since. My father was a bit afraid that this would be a breadless art, and one day I wouldn't have any money, so he would have hoped that I do something else, but I just couldn't do anything else. I just wanted to do it, and I went for it. And I would just say to everybody, follow your heart. I think it's not just formulas, it's geometry. There are different ways of thinking about math, and I'm quite passionate about that either. Yes, formulas are one aspect of it, an important one that I enjoy, and I love my formulas, I like doing them. But I also love to think, say, in terms of geometry, what we discussed earlier on the board. It doesn't need to be a normal, what we call Euclidean geometry. It doesn't need to be the geometry around you. It can be a very strange geometry that invites you to think about a very interesting, unusual space, like in quantum mechanics, like piano curves, like different types of geometry. This is part of the package. But for me, I love to think visually as well. There are a lot of problems you can cast onto these geometric, tiling, group graph, combinatorial problems that you can actually do with graphs, with networks. I think there's a whole host of mathematical structures in addition to equations, and I think it's very powerful to bring them together with the equations. I do quite a lot of that with my team. Yes, the equations are absolutely fab, but bring everything in, bring the graphs, the tilings, the networks in, and you can really do very exciting things there as well. Mathematics, first of all, is joy and fun. It's a space. When I enter that space, it's a different world. It's my world. I love it. But then it's for me also an opportunity to understand science. I'm very passionate about science questions as well. I want to understand how things work in the world. And I really love formulating a problem mathematically and making it tractable through that, and then solving it with the math. So often a problem is halfway solved when you cast it into the right mathematical framework. That's part of solving it. And I love this translation process. It's almost translating science into mathematics is something I absolutely enjoy.